Okay, welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. Um, this is Singles and Spectacular, and tonight we are talking about temperament. Okay, we started this series last week, and we spoke about sanguine, but this week we are going on another one, which is choleric. That's we are going on another one, which is choleric. Uh, a lot of people find it difficult to uh, live with other people. They find it extremely difficult to live with other people. Why? Because they don't understand them. They don't understand them at all. And they say that they are not compatible. When they are not compatible, they now tell them that they have to begin to pray and to fast and to do some other things like that. Good. It's good to pray. It's good to fast. It's good to do all of that. But one needs to understand the other person. Please, I want you to be careful into understanding the other person you want to live with. It's very important. It's so important that you need to understand the person you want to live with. The scientists told us that there are two broad categories of people on the surface of the earth: some who are introverts and some who are extroverts. The extroverted people are people who act out, and they are sanguine and choleric. While the introverted people are people who don't want to act out. They just want to be behind the scene, and they're so effective at what they do. But they like to go calm, cool, and collected. The extroverts are not like that. Extroverts like to be seen in public. Okay? One of the extroverted personalities we studied last week was sanguine. People who are funny, who like to show off, who like to be friendly and to do all of that. But this week, we want to look at another personality that is extroverted, and such personality is said to be choleric, temperamental person. The choleric temperament is fundamentally ambitious and leader-like. You must have seen somebody in a place of work who just wants something done. He doesn't want to care about your emotional behavior, whether you are ill, whether you are happy or you are not happy, whether you are motivated or you are not motivated. He just wants the job done. And the people call them slave drivers. There are a lot of people like that. Some of us have parents who just want things done. They don't want to care whether we are this or that. They just want things done. Some of us have bosses who just want things done. They don't care whether we are good or whether we are not good. They don't care. They just want things done. This category of people are called choleric. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of their characteristics. But before I go into that, the cholerics are the strongest of the extroverted temperaments. You know, I shared with you last time that we have sanguine and we have choleric. Those two are extroverted, but the stronger out of the two is choleric. They are referred to as the doer. They want to get things done. They don't care how things are done. They just want things to be done. They want it done, and that's all. They are said to be hard drivers. The hard driving individual personality is what makes them to accomplish their goals. And how do they look like? Maybe you have some friends who are choleric. They have a lot of aggression. They are so energetic. They are passionate about what they're doing. They try to instill it into others. They want people to see through their eyes. They don't want other person's idea because they think they have thought about their ideas and they've thought through. And therefore, you just have to follow them. They have dominant personality. They desire to take control. If they happen to be a man and you are in relationship with them, they want to find out everything about you. They want to dictate to you. They want to control your life. If you see them as a lady, they want to check your phone. They want to check who called you last time. They want to make sure that they are in charge and they are in control. Cholerics desire control. So don't be angry with them if you are in relationship with somebody like that. But one advantage they have is that they are best at jobs that demand strong control and authority. If you're an army general, for example, or you are in the military, you've got to be choleric, or else you won't be able to be in control and you won't be able to be in charge. Any job that requires quick decisions and instant attention may demand you to be choleric. The choleric is the most insensitive out of all the temperament. They are not sensitive. The thing is that they just want their will to be done. And most of us always see choleric as being selfish. We say that they are very selfish. This guy is selfish. Why are you that selfish? It's not that they are selfish. That's how they are made. That's how they are. Okay? That's how they are. So, that's choleric for you. That's choleric for you. That's how they are. Okay? Now, another thing I want to tell you about choleric, people who are choleric, is that they don't care about the feelings of others. If they want to care at all, they care a little about the feelings of others. Feelings are not in their dictionary. They don't like to play into the equation of anybody. They just want their way. They want things to be done. So if you agree with them that you are going to start something by 8 o'clock, you just need to kick off by 8 o'clock. And therefore, researches have shown that most cholerics are men, though we have women who are choleric. And most of these men are said to be born leaders because they just want results. They are so confident and they are naturally gifted businessmen and women. They are strong-willed. They are so independent. They are so self-sufficient. And they see the whole picture before the thing starts. They organize well and they insist on production. They stimulate activity. They thrive on opposition. And they are emotional. They are unemotional and not easily discouraged. They are not easily discouraged. They push forward till they get answers to their results. That they get results to what they are doing. They are so decisive. They want to correct all the wrongs. They don't like anybody to control them, to correct them. They feel that they are always right. These are disadvantages because you cannot always be right. You cannot always be right at all times. But because they see the big picture of everything, therefore they think that they are always right. Therefore, if you meet a choleric person, it will be difficult for you to be able to change them. It will be so difficult for you to change them. However, many people are still choleric. Most of them are men. And you ladies, you are going to get married to some of them. And therefore, you need to understand this and how to deal with them. Okay? Now I continue with some of the things you are going to see in choleric, who are men or women. Okay. One of the things that is good about choleric is that they are goal oriented. Unlike sanguine, most of the time they just want pleasure. Sanguine, most of the time, can't make up their mind. They're just scattered. But choleric can make up their mind. They know where they are going. In fact, they know, let me coin this statement, they have the idea of end from the beginning. Yes, they are so independent and they do well in top position because they get the job done. Most women like people who are goal oriented, but they don't want anybody that is going to clamp on them, that is going to control them. Cholerics have wonderful focus as they work. Most of them are very good with calculation and they enjoy math, they enjoy engineering. They are so analytical, they are logical, and they are pragmatic. And they are masters when it comes to figuring things out. Before you know it, they have thought about it, they've solved the problem in their brain, and they give the answer, and they want you to just focus on the answer. But the problem with other people is that when you are in a relationship, when somebody like this in a relationship with someone who has another temperament, like phlegmatic, I'm coming to phlegmatic, not tonight anyway. Phlegmatic want to take their time to reason things out. So they don't go along with people like that. When it takes you like 2-3 weeks to think about something, cholerics won't be able to go along with you because when you say you are going to think about it, cholerics don't like something like that. He feels you should be able to do what? To be able to quickly think about things and give an answer. Because he must have thought about it before he even bring it to you. So cholerics are self-oriented. They think about things before they bring it forward. Most of the time, cholerics are very close to 100% in their performance. Why? Because they are sharp at thinking about things. Somebody said that I don't need this type of person, okay? But as a matter of fact, we need somebody like this to be in leadership, or else the whole leadership will be in mess. Don't forget that we are still talking about extroverted behavior and people who are extroverts. We talked about sanguine before, and we're talking about choleric today. People who are choleric today. Okay. Cholerics are goal setters and they are goal achievers. Cholerics are very skeptical and they don't trust people easily because they don't want their things to fail. So they guard everything they do jealously. So they like to investigate a lot. They want to find out what the facts are on their own. They rely on their own logic and reasoning. If they are absorbed in something, do not even bother try to get their attention away from it. They won't listen to you. They will not listen to you. If they want to do something, they will make sure they get it done. And that is why if a choleric man likes a lady, is going to be persuading the lady, is going to be disturbing the lady because he doesn't believe in failure. He believes that he has to get something he wants. That is the characteristic, or those are the characteristics of a choleric man. I want to pose this question to you, ladies and gentlemen. Can you now think about when a choleric man happens to meet a choleric lady? What do you think is going to happen? A choleric man meeting a choleric lady. That is going to be serious. Why? Because this one will see things in his own perspective, and the other lady will see things in her own perspective, and there's going to be trouble because they won't be able to reason together. One will not be able to reason with the another person. And when they get married, maybe they are children of God, they will not be saying that they cannot live together. Is there anything they matter? The only thing they matter is that they are not temperamentally compatible. Why? Because it is give and take. So if this one is like this and this other one is like that, they may not be able to work together. Who listens to who? It becomes so difficult. And that's why the natural law is applicable here. In fact, there's law of magnetism. It's saying that North Pole will attract South Pole. That is, opposites we always want to attract. The simple definition there is that when you see somebody who has what you don't have, you appreciate it more. If you are a choleric, you find somebody who can listen to you. You are interested in somebody who will listen to you, who will obey all your rules, who will obey all your command. You don't want somebody who will be giving command to you at the same time. So that is the problem. That's the problem people have. So if somebody is a commandant, is likely going to be interested in somebody who's going to listen to his command, not somebody who's going to be commanding him at the same time. So if you are positive, there's high possibility that you'll be listening to a negative. And if you are negative, there's high possibility that you are interested in positive. That is the matter. Okay? So I'm trying to round off now, ladies and gentlemen. But we need to have this idea at the back of our mind. Have you seen somebody that you have thought about that you think this person is too tough, or this person is too difficult, or this person is like this, but you have some advantages in him or her? If you see some advantages in him or her, it means that that person has a choleric temperament, but can be helped if you fall into another temperament. That is why most of the time, when you are a lady and you meet a man like that, you need to do a lot of obedience, a lot of reference, a lot of listening to, a lot of going in his direction. If you don't do that, the relationship may not be able to work. The relationship may not be able to work. So, not everything you pray on, you do a lot of study about the personality of people so that you'll be able to know who they are. Who a person is very important because you are living with that person. You are not going to be living in church most of the time. I'm not discountenancing the spiritual aspect of relationship because it's very key. So personality is very important in anything we do. Therefore, we need to look at that. We need to look at that. Okay. If you want to be sending your question, I will listen to it. I want to look at your question because people who are sending stuff to me are just complaining about who the people are. They are not actually telling me. They are not actually telling me what they want in such personality. Okay. But as a matter of fact, choleric temperaments have their own advantages and they have their disadvantages. Okay, so I'm going to give you more of this before I go on. Okay. I've already told you that if cholerics are absorbed in something, do not even bother trying to get their attention away because they're not going to listen to you. Negatively, choleric people are very bossy. And that is why if a lady is choleric and married to a man who's phlegmatic, something phlegmatic, or maybe another temperament, you know, in some part of Africa, people say that the woman is using the head of the man. But that is not true. That is not true because that is the personality of the lady. So the negative thing we see in those ladies is that, oh, this lady is bossy, or she has turned herself to us, to the husband, that she's domineering, that she's impatient, and they cannot relax. Whether you're a man or a woman, if you are choleric, you carry these negative attributes. You are seen as being bossy, as being domineering, as being impatient, that you cannot relax. Sometimes they say that you have quick temper and that you shout a lot, that you are easily angered, and that you are not sympathetic. Sometimes choleric people don't enjoy argument because they always want the argument to lead. They are too impetuous and they can dominate people of other temperament, especially if those people are in phlegmatic type. So people who have been great military rulers or leaders, they've been choleric. Some political figures have been choleric. They like to be in charge of everything and they are workaholic. So they see no reason why you cannot work like them. So they like to drive people. They drive people crazy. Because they are highly independent people, so they don't respect anybody who needs supervision. Here, they set high standard for themselves and others. And if you don't meet with that, if you don't meet up with that standard, they think you are lazy. They are very diligent, they are hardworking, they are difficult to be satisfied. They are so difficult to be satisfied. So difficult to be satisfied. And most ladies who are married to such a man will always be thinking that, why have I come to marry this type of person? Despite the fact that the person is getting results for all his jobs. The ladies are not always very happy because they want someone who can cuddle them, who can give them joy, who can pamper them, who can do all of that to them. In fact, if a lady is choleric, also wants pampering. But at the same time, they set high standard. They are diligent, they are hard workers, and they are really satisfied about what their husbands give to them. I told you that most men are choleric, or do I say that most choleric people are men? But occasionally, when we have women who are choleric, though rare, they are very popular. They even attempt to go into leadership, either in military or in politics. But you know that not many women are in military. Therefore, most of the choleric women show up in politics and they want to vie for position. Ladies and gentlemen, cholerics have problem with anger. They find it difficult to tolerate others and they are very impatient. They concentrate on facts instead of emotion. They concentrate on facts. They want to quote all the time. Most of the time they want to quote. They don't want to listen to they don't want to listen to your side of the thing. They always believe in what is at the back of their mind. So it's always very difficult when a man and a woman who are in marriage are both choleric, because there won't be submission and nobody will not be able to listen to the other person. And that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. I've spoken to a few people who I thought both of them are choleric, and there's no how to help them. Because you know that these people are Christians, they are children of God, they are converted, they are tongue speaking, but their personalities are not complementary. They're not complementary at all. So it's difficult to be able to help such people, except if the Holy Spirit is going to take charge of their lives. That's it. I'm rounding off now. I'm rounding off. Cholerics don't have many friends, and they have tendency to fall into sudden depression. They are prone to mood swings. They don't have many friends, it is true, but they desire friends. But people don't want to be their friends because they think that they are very intolerant and impatient. So when they go into depression, it goes so deeply, and they go into sudden depression. They are prone to mood swing. Hmm. But they are self-composed. They are neither, they don't give heed to embarrassment because they are so forward and bold. All cholerics are bold and they can speak up their mind. They are eager to express themselves before any group without any problem. They don't care about what people say about them. They don't care about what people think about them. They only put forward their ideas and their plans. They're so self-confident, self-reliant, and most of the time they make success from what they do. And ladies, I want to ask you, don't you like this type of man? I think you should do. I know some women, few women are like this too. Some women are like this. Why? Because uh, they brand them as being domineering. So, what I want to ask you now is that, can you tell me if a woman is choleric and the man is sanguine, what do you think will be the relationship between both of them? Please keep your answers coming. Just type your answers in the comment region. If the man is, sorry, if the woman is choleric and the man is sanguine, we looked at sanguine last time. If the man is sanguine, okay, Sabina said, I don't like such men. Okay, well, whether you like such men or not, they exist. Most men want to control their wives. Most wives don't like being controlled to such an extent. Okay, another person says that there won't be submission on the part of the woman if both are choleric. Okay, all right. Okay. Somebody said that it won't be funny. Okay. Okay. How can we know that someone is choleric? That's what I've been saying since maybe you came late. Okay. Uh, I don't like such men. All right. That must have, you should be a lady because most ladies don't like that. Somebody said that you're absolutely right, sir. I don't know what I'm right about, but I think maybe all the characteristics of those people that I'm being saying. Now, before we round it off, because we have a few minutes, can you please post your questions? Let me see your questions. Post your questions from where you are, and let's see if you can trash some of them. Post your questions from where you are, and let's see if you can trash some of them. We are talking about, we're still speaking about different temperament. We're talking about choleric tonight. We spoke about sanguine the other time, but we're talking about choleric tonight. I need to thank you very much for attending tonight. Uh, God bless you. I pray that you'll be able to study yourself well. And that is where uh, you have to ask questions, and you need to tell people, you need to study them, to study their personality and see how they go. So thank you very much. If there are no questions, uh, I think there will be questions. Okay. Some some people are trying to post some things. Okay. No questions. Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think I want to stop here. Next time I'll be going to another temperament, and I'll be explaining the characteristics of another temperament to you, and that is going to be melancholy. Melancholy. Okay, I think I'm getting some posts here. Or is it possible for choleric and sanguine to come together? Yes, yes. In fact, I know choleric will like sanguine because they don't they don't like to joke. They focus on their task, and what is at the back of their mind is that they want to get things done. So when they have somebody who's going to give them pleasure, who's going to make life amusive to them, I think they'll be able to be attracted. But if a man is sanguine and the woman is choleric, there could still be some problem. Okay, somebody saying that talking about two people coming together to become husband and wife, I think it's good for men to be choleric, then the woman to be sanguine. Well, if that is what you think, but there could be an attraction there because one is going to have what the other party doesn't have. So this is complementary. I think this is complementary now. I think this is complementary. Well, you prefer the man to be choleric and you prefer the wife or the woman to be sanguine. Okay? Well, if that is what you feel, another person is saying that you're absolutely right about the feature of choleric personalities. Yes, I know so. I know some people are like that. Some of us must have worked with some people like that in the position of authority. They are like that, and you can't change them. Um, somebody said, "Oh, I missed the sanguine class." Oh, so sorry, so sorry. I think if you're on a WhatsApp page, if you go there, you'll be able to read about sanguine. I talked about sanguine last time, and I'm talking about choleric today. So I think next time I'll be talking about melancholy, and I will round it off with phlegmatic, and you'll be able to see different personalities. So when you see them, you're not going to criticize them. We are going to see why they behave the way they behave, and why you are like how you are. That's what we are trying to pass across. Okay, another person says that what if the woman is choleric, sir? Oh, I think there's going to be problem because if the man is choleric and the woman is equally choleric, it's going to be uh, a problem facing another problem. It's going to be so difficult. It's going to be so difficult. I think, because I've seen two people who are very good, who are Christians, who are children of God, but they find it difficult to live together. And when you look at them, what they say uh, when they talk to you, they begin to say something about one not giving in to the other person. So if their personalities are the same, there's a high possibility that they'll be irritated by their negatives and their positives won't be able to be complementary. Okay, thank you. Keep your questions coming, please. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've answered some of your questions. I think I've done some of the questions. Okay, so we have 9 more minutes to go, and after that, we'll be able to close. I want to especially thank everybody who has come up tonight to see what we are doing. I pray that God will bless you. God will bless everybody around you. Please, you can share this so that people will be able to connect with the teachings, so that people will not be ignorant about what they are going into. and in the relationship they are going to, so that they'll be able to open their minds and make sure that things they are going into are fully understood. So thank you very much. This is Singles and Spectacular. My name is Choleric Emmanuel. I'm broadcasting live from Lagos, Nigeria. God bless you. God bless your home. God bless your future. And God bless everything that you intend to do. I think somebody is saying something. Let me put it up there. Okay, thank you. Felix Samuel, thank you so much. God bless you. All right, bye bye.